Yo, I need y'all to stop what y'all doing right now. I mean right now. Y'all gotta go check out Hoodrichbikelife.com, because this episode of Factz of Life podcast, that's who sponsored it. So go check it out, grab some merch, show the support so we can keep running y'all these episodes, and so you can be the best dressed guy in bike life, man. Simple as that. What's going on, everybody? We back at it again with another episode of the Factz of Life podcast. And right now I want to give y'all the episode, Who is Hoodrichbikelife? A lot of y'all know me from Instagram, a lot of y'all might see me in the streets, but a lot of people don't know my whole story, so I'm about to give it to you here. So I'm 34 years old, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Like I said, my name is Mike Plasher. I go by Hoodrichbikelife. The name actually came from my clothing brand that I started in 2018, September of 2018. I finally came up with the design, got my first shirts made when my son was born. But basically, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. So I was born in 1988 in Chester, Pennsylvania. I grew up in Woodland basically until I was like 17. Grew up in Delaware County. I just recently actually moved into the city. But basically, I was growing up. By the time I was like 6 years old, my oldest sister died. She had a brain tumor. She was 11. I have a oldest sister who I'm talking about now. I have an older brother. I have a younger sister that's 2 years younger than me. Then I have a sister that's 7 years younger than me. So basically, my oldest sister, she died from a brain tumor, which led me and my brother to stay with my dad. My youngest sister was born, so my mom took the girls. So I was living with my dad, had a rough childhood, growing up around all types of drugs, just in a bad environment. Led me to start going to juvenile placements. I was in my juvenile detention center 6 times. I followed into my adult years, where I went to my county jail 8 times. As a kid, I used to skateboard, ride bikes, always stayed outside. My bike got stolen. That's when I got, drug into the street life. So basically, I'll fast forward. I got out of jail for the last time in 2014, December of 2014. I came home, was still kind of doing the street stuff. And then like 2016, I ended up seeing the kids riding the SE bikes. Thought it was cool, I was attracted to it. And, tried one of the kids' bike. And then basically, the very beginning, January of 2017, I bought my first bike off Walmart.com. I built it up. It was a 26-inch dirt jumper. I put, some SE bars on it, all the parts, built that up, and decided that I wanted to ride bikes, so I thought I'd be able to reach out to the kids, so I started doing that. I still have my old Instagram, $610, which I ended up giving that Instagram to my son. It's the baby Hoodrichbikelife Instagram now. I had about 600 followers. I wasn't, making much of an impact, but I was getting out there, just riding, talking to some of the local kids, helping them understand how I was in and out of jail, and just basically trying to keep them on the right track, which, I kept riding. And then in, I think the August 2018, SE was doing an event, SE Bikes Life BMX Day. I talked about this on an earlier episode. But basically, Todd Lyons, they were doing an event in New York where they were bringing all the kids from the hood out to the racetrack. I ended up, sending some messages to Todd, getting on the bus, and then from there, that just really gave me the motivation to want to start my clothing brand. I looked at it, just seeing so much talent in all these kids and all that. I just looked at it like I needed to build a big enough platform to be able to reach out to the kids and, help them understand the things I've been through, and, just try and give them some positive influence and help them, do the right thing and, do something with themselves like I didn't when I was younger. So basically, I got on the SE Bikes Life BMX Day, came home from there. I knew, like, all right, I really got to start this clothing brand I've been talking about. I just didn't have a name. The name popped up. Got my first shirts printed the same week my son, baby Hoodrich, was born. So then we started pushing that, and from there, I basically just thought it was going to be kind of more of a local thing where, I just have the impact in my community, reach out to them, because like I said, I got in all the trouble, selling drugs, just doing all the negative things. I always felt like I had what it takes to, put myself on a bigger level, which I know a lot of these kids really think, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it, but they don't understand the steps they gotta take. So I feel like that's something that I'm here to do, is show the kids, the ways that carrying yourself has a lot to do with it. You can have all the opportunities in the world and go do something negative, and then brands are gonna look at you like, I don't wanna be tied in with that. Like, I'm literally, as y'all know, I sponsor some people, and I'm definitely looking for more people to put on the team, help build the team. So if you're watching this, you think you got what it takes, start tagging me in the videos, all that. Because like I said, right now I'm dealing with somebody who, made a negative choice, and, people are messaging me because he represents my brand. So I'm going to have to, basically kick him off the team, not let him represent, but I'm still going to keep him by my side and mentor him, because when I was his age, I was doing stuff way worse. So I want to make sure I keep these kids on the right track, but also, let them know that we're not standing for no negativity and all that, because what my brand really stands for, and, I kind of jumped over a lot of my life story and just started getting into this, but what y'all need to realize, what my brand is, what it stands for, is who I am as a person. And all my morals, all that. We're all about trying to get back to the community and help these kids stay out of trouble and really use their talent to become something, instead of just being one of the many people who sit in jail. Like, if you look at the talent of people that's incarcerated, it's sick. So I'm just trying to keep these kids on the right track, all that. Like I said, I got in so much trouble as a kid, and now to be able to just ride bikes, do something positive, representing some of these bigger brands like SE Bikes. It's so many big brands that I work with right now. And a lot of local people are also having me represent them. Shout out to the Philadelphia District Attorney, Larry Krasner. They put some money behind some of the ride outs we're doing. They see the bigger message, keeping kids off the street, not playing with guns, and using their talents to do something positive and make something out of themselves. So I want to give a big shout out to them, everybody who's got behind what I'm doing, because like I said, I came from being in jail, having the district attorney saying, this guy's not ready to come home, he's a menace to society, he's never going to get it right, to now the same people in a different county, because I moved to the bigger city where I felt I could reach more kids, but these same people that felt that I wasn't right years ago are the same people now that see my vision and want to become a part of it. So I want to show, the younger generation, all the kids, that no matter where you're at, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you got going on at home, there are the situations that can help you get this type of support, because people see that you come from the roughest situations and you make something of yourself. And I just want to be that positive role model for the youth, for, just all the kids, that help them know that no matter what your situation, you can just take your talent and your dream and really just keep pushing, and you'll become successful. Like, a lot of people watch this podcast because they know I got a lot of game to give and stuff like that, but I still didn't make it yet. It's going to be a long time before we actually make it. But if you look at where I came from to all the support I have now, that to me it is making it. It's just, we don't have all the resources we need yet, which, they're opening up, because, I'm traveling everywhere, doing all that. Like, who Hoodrichbikelife is somebody who just is fully dedicated to the cause he's behind, which is Hoodrichbikelife, which is getting these kids on bikes, keeping them off the streets, and doing something positive. We gotta keep these kids on track. Like I said, right now we're dealing with the Philly pump track. It's, keep the kids on track doing that, and on the track. It's just so much things that we could do for the community with just being ourselves and using the things that we've been through, and reaching out to the same kids who are in them situations that I was in the past, and just giving y'all the hope that y'all can make it out, that y'all can become something bigger yourselves. But y'all gotta realize how y'all carry yourselves, man, has everything to do with everything. Don't know people who got something going on is gonna represent you when you out here messing up. When these big companies, right now, if I go haul off, do something wrong, send somebody a disrespectful DM or something, like that reflects them as a brand. So you got to be mindful of, you know, who you're working with. The people that co-sign you is co-signing your every move. Like when SE says, oh, I co-sign Hoodrichbikelife, he's our team rider, I could be down South Street, I could just be anywhere in the world without my bike, and if I do something, that's the first thing it's gonna say. You know, like in Philly, to some people, I'm known as a community activist, but once you really take it outside to my Instagram follow, all that, I'm really known as a SE Bikes team rider. So you gotta know that what you're doing, you really reflect upon the people who support you. And like with me, I just want to be known as that person who keeps giving back to the community, and every person I work with, I'm bringing them value off my every move, rather than they say, oh, he got this going on, but he's a liability because, you know, he does that. Like, you can have the most going on, but somebody could be, you know, you can ride bikes, rap, and, you know, you're in the streets, you're carrying guns, selling drugs, and you can have all the talent in the world, but nobody's going to deal with you because they know you got that stigma with you that, oh, he's a drug dealer who carries gun, we can't involve him in this thing. So just know, like, just know that some of the things y'all doing, like, it could really affect y'all and mess up situations. And like for me, it was kind of opposite. You know, in the past years ago, when I was, you know, doing all the criminal stuff, I didn't care. It was almost cool to be looked at as a criminal. You know, dealing with certain people, they knew what it was. They knew, okay, this dude's not no snitch. When he gets locked up, he gonna take his own, like, just whatever it was. You know, I don't want people to think that about me anymore. But it's just like, you know, basically you're gonna get what you put in. Like, you keep putting out negative vibes, only negative people gonna deal with you. But if everything you doing, you living positive, you're gonna get positive influence. Like, I don't know, with me, I just look at it like everywhere I go, I'm carrying the name Hoodrich. Like, it's more than it just being on my clothing. Like, when I meet people and I'm telling them about my brand, I want them to see the good parts about me, and that reflects. So, like, I think who I really am as a person is somebody who just wants better for the whole community, somebody that wants to see everybody around him grow, for all of us to use, you know, the cards we was dealt, good and bad, and use that to level up. And you know, like, I just want to see everybody around me win, because, like I said, we was doing it before. I always wanted to build these big teams, everybody, you know, around us all getting money. Like, I never really wanted to be the person that was bigger than everybody in the room. I'd rather just roll around where all of us is all on that level, like everybody with us getting money. If you the only, like I said, and people gotta understand, like, if you the only one getting money and you the only one on top, like, that's gonna bring a lot of hate. A lot, you know, with me, everybody who works with me, they all feel the love when I'm out. I got my camera guy, you know, we making sure we record everybody else. We making sure everybody included in everything we do. When we do events, we make sure the whole community is getting theirs before we worry about what I'm getting out of it. So, like, I think, you know, I'm somebody who takes a lot of sacrifice for the greater good, and we don't see a lot of that. And I think in the end, when y'all do that a lot more, it's gonna help y'all win. What's going on, bro? You know, shout out my guy, Bike Star. I mean, what's your name? No Panic Kid? Bike Star Kid, what's up with you? He was on episode 4. Y'all might want to slide back, check that out. Damn, little kid just fell. But yeah, like I said, I'm everybody for the community. Like, this kid just pulled up, kid. He was in a bad little bike accident, got hit by a car. And the first thing we did was go, you know, shout out to SE Bikes, RRD Blocks. We went, made sure he got a new bike so he could still be out here with us. You know, he obviously was in a bad accident. He had to learn how to walk again, so he's not going to come out here and be the best rider. But it's like his spirits is, you know, what made me want to work with him. So it's like, I feel like with me being like, I feel like I'm a chosen one. Like, I didn't choose to be at the top of where I'm at, because I really started the brand to build everybody else up and just, you know, play my part. Like, if I could build a brand big enough to reach out to these kids who's doing something special, maybe I could stop them from doing what I'm doing. So, like, I think you know, to do what I'm doing. Like you can't be selfish with the community at all. You gonna, you know, as I say that, I go to think about my family, and you know, a lot of times I am selfish, you know, like with my own kids, with doing this, because I understand there's a lot of sacrifices you got to take, and I know right now I'm building something good. So like right now I feel like I kind of, you know, there's certain things you got to be selfish with for the greater good, but to me, I don't see myself as a selfish person. I feel like even when I'm being selfish with certain things, it's just because I see the greater good. I'm somebody who plays for the long run, for the long game, which a lot of y'all, I feel like y'all need to do. Like set something in motion. Like there's certain people I target, like Wallow, for instance. He's somebody in Philly who's, you know, doing some of the biggest things out here. And literally this time last year on Gilly's birthday, literally a full year ago, stuff starting to pop up on my memories and stuff I'm starting to see. And you know, we had the $1 million worth of game event. You know, you got to invest in yourself and put in the long game to try to, you know, get with certain people. You can't just look at everything like I need everything right now. So sometimes there's certain things you got to sacrifice for the greater good. You can't just look at I need everything right now. You got to put in certain work that you know might not pay off for a year. Like when y'all want to get with that certain company, go get, you know, like if y'all want to get sponsored by me, like grab some of my merch. Start really supporting the brand. Grab some merch, make that. Do everything you're supposed to do when you get sponsored, and that's how it comes. Like a lot of y'all seem like y'all want everybody else to invest in y'all, but y'all scared to invest in yourself. Like me, every time.
Invest in yourself, what do you mean exactly?
Like when I say invest in yourself, I mean like do every possible thing you can to, you know, make it happen. Like me, like I said, I was trying, you know, work with Wallow. Gilly had his birthday party a year ago. So I got me and my brother-in-law. He ended up not being able to go with me, so I still went with myself. But we paid like close to $300 for VIP meet and greet tickets. I just wanted to pass my Hoodrichbikelife stickers off to Wallow. That's all I wanted to do, and you feel me? I made that happen. So like, I literally invested $300 to pass some decals off to Wallow, because I knew when I keep pushing further, you know, right now I just got to get them to know what the name is. And when you start hearing the name other places, you become familiar with the name. And then, you know, I ordered all his books. Well, I ordered the books. I only ordered the one the first time. And then, you know, I ordered the 3 set with the shirt. You know what I mean? Just so I could tag him, just so he would realize, you know what I mean? And it's just little things I would just keep doing, but like, you can invest your time, anything, like invest in yourself. If you want to get that bike sponsor, could mean buying that bike, you know, buying that t-shirt from me, buying the camera equipment, just the stuff you need to get the stuff done. Like what I did to invest in myself mainly was, you know, the first step was starting the brand, because I knew what my goal was, to be able to talk to people. You know, I wanted people to understand what I go through and be able to help people. I kind of wanted to mentor these kids. So the first step became, you know, getting my own bike to be able to be out here and connect with the kids. So I got the bike, and then the next step was, all right, I'm gonna start my clothing brand. So I invested in some shirts from somebody else. And then it was, all right, now I gotta build this. So I invested in all the equipment to make my shirts myself. Now I can make shirts for other people too to help keep me going. And then, you know, like I said, like, you know, we started the ride and pushing the ride, and I ended up getting sponsored. So then, you know, like, all right, now I need a GoPro, because I need better, just everything you think you can, everything you think like you could, anything you think that can help make your situation better, figure out a way to go get it. Like, I started the podcast because I believe, like, I wanted to start it from the beginning, but I just knew, like, I was at the point where nobody would want to, you know, like, you got to be real with yourself. Like, who really want to listen to you? You know what I mean? So now, like, you know, the beginning of this year, I'm like, all right, I'm really at that level where people want to hear what I got to say. So I said, all right, I already got the phone. I'm going to start the podcast with just the cell phone. And we got into a couple. I figured out how I'm going to bring it back. And the next step is, all right, let me get the wireless mics that I'm on now, you know. Shout out to the company who makes the mics, you know what I mean? They make a cheap mic, all that. I actually reached out to them. I was trying to get them to help, you know, kind of see my vision, invest in me. Oh yeah, I got a lot of followers, but they didn't see my vision. They didn't invest in me. So I invested in myself. I went out and got the the mics. You know, we got the camera off the iPhone, so now I got the mics. Now the audio is better. You know, when you got these iPhones, you get a good quality video. So now it was just, okay, how do I up my audio? So I invested in myself with the mics. You know, I got my cameraman who's very invested in me. That was another investment I went and got. I found somebody who was, you know, wanted to be part of my movement. You can't, there's so many people who just want to be a part of the movement, but like, for me, it's like, you gotta really, like even Honcho, when he came in, I tell this story all the time because it's such a great one. Like when he first seen me, he's like, yo, I'm trying to be part of the team, and I just, looking like what type of value you gonna bring. And, he ended up bringing me his time, his expertise, because he learned how to, film and edit with me to my style. And, right now he got the best iPhone out. He got the best regular GoPro out. He just got the regular camera. I got the wireless mics. Like, we got the tripods, all that. As a team, we step up together and keep getting what we can to invest. So I found him. That was an investment just for everybody. People, to me, the most important thing is relationships. Like, I'm not sure if I did an episode or talked about it, but to me, relationships is worth more than money. That's why when I target these certain people, like to get with SE, I didn't get with them because I was a good rider and I stood out. I got because I made what I had to do happen to get around Todd. Then I got around him and I spoke to him and I told him what I was trying to do and all that, and stuff like that. You gotta let people know your vision, what you want to do, and they want to see you going at it to get it yourself, and them just fall back and kind of like live a little bit off of your action, off of your work. They gonna do what they gotta do to support you, to keep you going, but like, you gotta put in all the work. So I think that, the greatest thing is investing. Like, invest in any way, shape, or form, whether it's investing, sacrificing, because man, there's so much sacrifice. Like, there's so many people who y'all just see where I'm at, but like, the sacrifice y'all gotta take to get here, a lot of people will definitely fold, and you gotta be strong. And there's like, I'm literally, I got a 3-year-old son and I got 5-year-old twin daughters that's literally at the beach right now, enjoying the beach day, while I stay home to be able to do the podcast and, get some of my orders done and do the things I need to do, which to me, it hurts, but it's a sacrifice I gotta take. So, but to me, I just feel like, I'm just somebody who, for the greater good, like, I just look at it like all the things I've been through, I could give to y'all as learning tools to help y'all build and become more successful quicker than I did. Because the thing is, if you become successful, anybody watching this, if you become successful and I helped you along the way, you're not about to stop me from getting money. All the people I got locked in already, and all the people I'm going to lock in off the future, that's off the strength of what I do, off of them liking the things I do. So like, that's why I go out and I help everybody build their brand, because if anything, they just going to end up bringing me more value. And what y'all doing ain't going to stop what I'm doing, because what I'm doing, I'm in my own lane. And like, I think a lot of people, I can't even say a lot of people, because I had to learn for myself. I think when I was like getting in trouble and all that, I didn't really know who I was, and I wasn't comfortable being who I was. I always wanted that cosign to be looked at by the things I had, or just whatever it was, because like, I didn't fully understand it, because maybe if I did, I would have been out of it. But just looking back, because I try to not dwell too much on my past and all my mistakes, because I know they made me who I am. I just try to focus on like the things I could fix. But I just know, like, you really gotta be comfortable with yourself, and like I said, just ready to put in work. Know who you are, know the dreams you're chasing, the things you want to accomplish, and don't let nobody stand in your way. Like, who Hoodrich Bike Life is a very strong person who wants the support from everybody, but it doesn't hurt him when there ain't nobody on his side. You know, I had so many people leave me in my life. I lost so many friends, you know, my oldest sister, my dad, you know, grandma, best friends tatted on me, you know, my neck, Marv on my neck, JJ here, like my grandma, like, you know, I just lost so many people I been around, you know, showed their true colors and all that. So now I just feel like it's for me to make a change for the future, for the kids. Because to me, these younger kids who be out here riding the bikes and be around me, looking up to me, they are the future. And if I can help change their mindset and stop them from doing some of the dumb stuff they doing or hanging around, idolizing some of the people they do, maybe I could change their life and get them on the right track. So I feel like I'm somebody who take, you know, the sacrifice for the greater good. I honestly may never make it so big because, you know, financially, because, you know, every time I get something, I feel like I'm trying to give back. Like I don't really know how to be greedy. I know what it's like to be without. I sat in jail where, you know, not having nobody. I've been at home as a kid hungry because we didn't have food, and felt like everybody abandoned me at times. So, you know, all that, I just use that to make me stronger. And I just know, you know, if nobody got me, I got me. And nobody got me the way I got me, you know. As long as I only depend on myself, and I know that everything I need done and every move that needs to be made, if I can figure out a way to do it on my own, then I'm going to be good. And that, like, right now, I get this podcast done on my own, you know. We got Honcho out here. He always going to help me. But I'm also set up for them times where, you know, if something's going to happen, I know I could set up the cameras, get the podcast going. I know when I go out Texas, I got to get some of these interviews when he's not around. So I just know everything that I do and is part of my program, I know at the end of the day I could do it by myself. And I'm just blessed for all the people that you know is a part of it and supports my vision and is helping me grow it bigger, because people know it's not a selfish vision. They know it's for the community. And, you know, like I said, I'm just somebody who wants to see everybody win. I don't want to see people look at their situation and look at it as holding them back, instead of looking at your situation and look at, damn, I come from the grimiest parts in the neighborhood, and, you know, this all I know, instead of looking at it like I got to go out there and hustle. Why don't you look at it like, and I need to go to Hollywood and get one of these movie parts, because when they have these people in the movie, they not as raw as I am. Look at it, whatever you really got, whatever it is that makes you you. I don't care if you the, you know, guy walks in the room and everybody's scared of, like, use that fear to make some money without doing something illegal. You know, like, I don't know how to make that one really sound like it's making sense, but there's always a way, you know, to do something positive. Like all this killing, all this just senseless violence, all that, like, man, there's so much opportunity out here that, man, I just want to see more people work together, and that's all I'm trying to do. That's why I started a brand called Hood Rich, because I'm trying to make the hood rich. Like, I don't want it all for myself. I want everybody around me to be in position, and them to be able to put their families in position, just so everybody can just live life and be happy. Like, we only got one life. Like, I feel like I missed a lot of it being in jail, and I missed so much that it's like, I really gotta enjoy myself. I can't focus on all the time I miss. I just gotta get out here, enjoy the day, live every day, and just keep bringing everybody around me up, positive vibes, and just let them know y'all can do it. Y'all got a chance. We out here, we alive. Like, last week I got in a bad accident. That lets me know, like, I could have lost all my health. I could have been dead easily, but I'm still here and got a chance. So at the end of the day, I just want y'all to know, man, whatever it is y'all want to do, y'all can look at the things I've been through. A repeat felon, in and out of jail, you know, basically written off as was going, you know, never going to amount to nothing. And you know, I'm traveling the whole world right now, about to make my first flight out of the country in 1 month. So, man, things are going good for me. There's a lot of things that, you know, I could complain about, but man, I got so many things that are going good. So, you know I went a little off topic, but that's what I like about these podcasts. I like to just talk and just let y'all know where it's going. So, with that, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and tap into Hoodrichbikelife.com. Next week, every Tuesday, 7 p.m., we dropping. Let's get it.